So you want to know what kind of change I'm interested in? I call it about $4.55. 54, carry the 1. But get rid of that, it didn't all start there. It started when I was 1. I guess I wasn't quite 1, it was more of a blobby blue kind of crush penny. Right up until my mom's water broke. And that's when I became a 1. For some funny reason, immediately after I became 1, my dad had his tubes tied. I must have been so perfect that he never wanted to ever have any possibility of making a more perfect child. Maybe. And then I turned 2. 2 was cool, but then I bet you can't guess it. That's right, I turned 3. Pissed my pants the whole time. Plus the G.I. Joe Commando kit knife I got broke right away. Turns out it wasn't real metal. 4 was pretty cool though, because I learned how to do thumbs up. But then I traded it all in for a bright old shiny nickel. When I turned 5, everything felt really good because I'd read my first novel and I wrote my first play that I'd later perform at age 12 called Centivating Thyself. At age 6, I discovered fire and so did all of my toys. At age 7, I'd buy a lottery ticket, win, and then manage to spend all $2 million on trying to win another $6 million with no success. And then I was 8. I found my first porno mag in a forest behind my house and discovered that the number 8 surprisingly looked like a set of boobies. At age 9, I started dating a 6-year-old that always demanded she come first in the relationship. We would later laugh our asses off at the coolness of the situation and the funny combination of numbers. And this was when I traded my 4 pennies in for a second nickel, making me 10. I started noticing girls after renouncing my membership with Girl Busters, which was the club I started and was the only member of. I just couldn't keep true to the club after being caught smuggling the bra section of the Sears catalog in my winter boots. Age 11 was cool. First party, no booze, just the Dirty Dancing soundtrack and some chips. Then I was 12. Which was lame, except for discovering that girls love me when I pretend to love Grease, the movie, and the Princess Bride films. I also moved to the Australian outback. After giving up my passions of touching deadly snakes and collecting poisonous spiders, I returned home at age 13. I discovered snowboarding and skating, and also received my first concussion. I threw up. At age 14, I started to party. I liked the booze and thought I was cool because I spent $2 more on a bottle than they did. Premium. When I turned 3 shiny nickels, I stopped drinking because it made me stupid. And looking down the hallway of life, I realized I would lose enough brain cells hitting my head. So I saved a few. Add a penny to that and it's 16. A great year. Landed my first girlfriend. She was 27 and a nymphomaniac. Had myself a blast. But I had to break up with her because I'd rather put twice as much work and receive half as much pay with girls my own age. Add another penny to that, you got 17. All I wanted to do was get out of high school so I could start winning some serious cash. Turned out to be okay, but I didn't win serious cash, I won very little cash. When I turned 18, I started my collection of overly bouncy balls. This one had a wolf in it, see? Wolf, howling. I got bored of bouncy balls when I turned 19 and I started collecting toothpicks. This one's my favorite. But that's when I did it. Traded it all in for 2 shiny dimes. I got back on that travel bandwagon and managed to hit up Korea. On the way to fly home, I refused to leave the country until I ate dog meat. Because of my delay, I also made the whole crew miss their flight home. 2 girls cried, especially the one that just got a brand new puppy dog at home. 21! Hit up Japan and it blew my mind. Discovered Hello Kitty has no smile. Anyway, I drew a smile on that little kitty bitch. At 21, I also hit Vegas, blew my effing wallet and my effing liver. I know it's not American money, but it doesn't matter what I put there because they took it all. It's 22! I discovered my love of rum and coke and how classy I was because I put ice inside of it. Get out of here. Get out of here. When I was 23, the change was coolness because Michael Jordan was number 23. 24! I got an orange crush mustache. Yeah, I got that mustache. See? Well, I was at a party with this guy named Stu, whose face I smashed off the table. He's still my good buddy, though. Which brings us to 25! One shiny quarter, and where we're at right now. And the end of this broadcast.
One day it's all gonna be one big old shiny loony. But until then, it's the end of this story. Change. What is it good for? Absolutely nothing. Except buying chips and pop and coffee, and if you put it all together you could buy a car if you do it for a long time, so I guess it's good for that. And I guess it's good to throw at people, and it's good for throwing on curling rinks if you want to make holes in the ice. It's good for, I guess it's, what is it good for? A lot.